Hello everyone, welcome back to the kitchen table. Today on the kitchen table, I just want to talk about the incident that's made all the headlines in the UK about drone meets aircraft. But before we go any further, it's the kitchen table, and as subscribers will know, we always have a beverage when discussing our drones. It's early in the morning, so I'm on the coffee, and I've got some home roasted Monsoon Malabar, and it's very nice. So cheers to you all. Okay, so there's been a lot of ranting going on both sides, or all sides really. For those of you that don't know, on Sunday it was reported that an aircraft flying on final approach to London's Heathrow Airport, one of the world's busiest international airports, was struck by a drone. The aircraft landed safely without incident. It was struck at the front. Nobody on board was aware. The pilot reported that he thought a drone had struck. The engineering ground crew inspected the plane and found no issues with it at all, and signed it off to carry on its next flight without incident. This has led to some screaming tabloid headlines of near-death experience, as you'd expect from the press. But fair play to the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, which is always on its website headlined and heavily put in inverted commas drone, because it's not been proven. And we've had all sorts of people. I've seen all sorts of responses, such as now it's time to ban these death traps and the idiots flying them, or right round to the other side saying this is a load of nonsense. I bet it wasn't a drone. This is just to carry forward some agenda. So we've got everything from the outraged citizen through to the kind of conspiracy theorist. I just wanted to basically make some comments. First of all, those of you who've watched the channel for a while will know that I have always, and always will, advocate both flying safely and responsibly, and also legally. It's why you don't see any flying on my channel that doesn't absolutely comply to the letter of the law as it stands in the UK. And I've always advocated that you do one, you fly within the laws and regulations in your country, and if you have none, and even if you do, the overriding thing is that you fly with care, attention, be sensible, be sensitive to other people and their property, and generally don't put your aircraft in any kind of position where it's going to be a risk to anything or anyone. And that includes flying over crowds, flying down Main Street, and any of that stuff. And that's always been my stance. Having said that, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned at the moment that we might be going down a bit of a witch hunt against anybody who's got one of these. Why do I say that? Okay, so let's just say I'm not a commercial airline pilot. I am, however, somebody who has a private pilot's license. It has lapsed a good 9 years ago now, but I did have sort of 220 some hours on light aircraft in the UK with a license to do that, and so I kind of have some familiarity about the sort of things that you can and can't see when you're flying along at much lower speeds than the commercial airlines are doing, even on final approach. We've had some near-miss reports lately in the UK. I did a video about them in the early part of the new year, that pilots reporting near misses with drones. I would be surprised if somebody in a cockpit on final approach to Heathrow in a commercial airliner would have been able to definitively say that was a drone if something came along and knocked into the aircraft, as opposed to, say, a balloon, a toy balloon, a bit of, I don't know, a bird, a bit of a carrier bag. I have a concern that what we're now going to get to a stage is that anything that happens or that's seen briefly out the corner of an eye at speed is going to be pointed, it's going to be one of these things. I have seen some people saying, there's concerns about terrorism and drones and criminals, and this is we just want to get rid of them. That's what we want to do. I don't think it's that serious. I'm just saying that, I think we need to be, we need to be a little bit careful that people aren't going to always jump to the negative conclusion. Having said that, there are definitely still people who do stupid stuff with their drones. And we must all now be really consciously doing the right thing. Show that as a community of flyers that we are responsible. So we join, if you're in the UK, you join something like the BMFA, or you join FPV UK. You attend some of the events. You go to places where the CAA are there and they're talking about drones. So go to the commercial drone show. Go to the Farnborough International Air Show this year, has a drone section in it. There's obviously the UK Drone Show every year, which has the training companies and the NATs there talking, and the CAA. We just need to, I think, show that the vast majority of us are interested in doing it safely and doing it right. On this channel as well, I've shown you loads of different websites you can go to for help and information about UAV weather, Altitude Angel. There are all sorts of different ways of seeing if you're in the right place or the wrong place, and we just need to start, using all these tools all the time to show that we don't need to be shut down. What needs to happen is that the one or two people who are real idiots need to have the book thrown at them. And we need to call out people who are doing anything as ridiculously monumentally bad as flying anywhere near major airports. Now, as I said, that's not to say that it was a drone, but we are in danger of all being tarred with the same brush. And I think what we need to do now is make sure that as a community of flyers, we all kind of make it completely socially unacceptable to kind of boast about doing stuff that's illegal, and even if it's not illegal where you are, is inappropriate and irresponsible. Because I do worry now that we've had the first, it's not confirmed, but we've had the first suspected drone on aircraft incident. I have said to a few people, I think 2016 is going to see one. I'm not necessarily convinced that this was one, but I think we all need to be very careful. There is a safety campaign coming out from the CAA, soon, another one. We all need to get on board with these sort of things, because I think across the world we are in danger of having a bit of a clampdown on what is a cool hobby, but we all need to realise that with it comes some responsibility. So there we go. Nothing radical. It's all kind of common sense. But I just thought I would respond. I had lots and lots of emails and tweets and all stuff about it. So please just, stay away from airports, stay away from places that you shouldn't be, and just be a responsible and have fun. You don't have to be flying near Heathrow Airport to have fun. That was it. Anyway, I'll see you all soon back at the kitchen table. Until next time. Cheers.